Hello everyone, it is Friday the 26th of February, the last Friday in February of 2021. Short month, just around the corner. Tax man's gonna be peeking at you from the bushes, seeing what's going on. You need to be ready for him. I need to be ready for him. All right, so I am your host, Dale Delbridge. It is time for your status chat. Benchmark Realty, Murfreesboro, Tennessee. You know who to call. Call Dale to sell, call Dale to buy. We'll get you looking. And if you don't have a Real Scout account, get your exclusive Real Scout account with me. Sign up for it. I don't do a lot of nagging. I'm not like the rest of them. I'm not a typical agent. Hashtag. So get you set up. You can be looking at the market. You can see what you are, see what you feel, see how you think, see what's going on, see what's available. And right now, there's not a lot available. We're going to get the numbers right off the bat. All right. Last week, 2/19/21, we had 9263 opportunities in the Real Scout system. That includes the coming soon, so they're a little easier for you to see them when they're coming up. And we had 4917 in the availables, but in contract. So they're still showing, they're still marketing them in case something falls through. A lot of these houses are going above what they are appraising for, and that's kind of kicking into some things. And so there's still a lot of people are holding on to those contracts, still showing a house in case something comes up, somebody drops it on a financial contingency. We had a ratio of 53% between those two. Now this week, a little bit of the same. We had 9245, continuing that decreasing in inventory, and that's including the coming soons. And we had a slight drop in the under contract, still showing at 4802 for a ratio of 52%. So we improved there just a tad between those. But inventory is tight right now. I know a lot of people that tell me, said, I like the list because I like to downsize. I got a nice big house. I like to move out and give somebody else with some kids a shot at this school district and move somewhere else. But there's no place to move to. They're having trouble finding that next home. So if you think you might want to downsize or something like that, get with me and we'll start your search first, because we're kind of in bizarro world in a way that normally people were afraid that they wouldn't be able to sell their house, get it gone to buy the new one. Nowadays, anything's moving pretty good. It's just have to watch your contract, watch the bids on them for a house, make sure that they go through on time. There's some stuff we got to do there, not get held up in people who may overbid and then try to make up for the difference on repairs. And then if they can't get it down to where they can get it, they kick out on the contingency, the financial contingencies. Another thing, the bad thing that's happening right now is I hear from other people that some folks are going in there, they've lost out on contract after contract and they're getting discouraged. And so they decide that, well, we'll waive the contingency, which is dangerous unless you got cash to pay for it. Now you might not end up getting nabbed for the whole house, depending on what charges come back at you, but you'll probably lose any kind of earnest money you put down. And you run the situation where, you're promising to buy that house, and you may, under penalty of law, have to buy it. And the only way around that, really, they're trying to kick out on financial contingencies. So right now, with so many bids coming in, people might be hearing other realtors tell them, well, we'll just waive the inspection so we don't have to worry about any repair negotiations coming up. And then we're going to get into not having a contingency. So that's suggesting that you have a very strong offer. And a lot of these young folks are missing out. First-time home buyers and second-time home buyers, maybe trying to own up a little bit in the thing. They're having a hard time. And I just wouldn't advocate not getting your inspections done. You'd be real close and real clear with your inspector. You don't really want a 47-page report full of fluff and nonsense that makes no sense to you. Do what your license requires. Just test the main system. Find out if we have anything in there that's not working so we know about it ahead of time. Tell me if there's something bad. Don't tell me that the tile in the bathroom is cracked. That's cosmetic, or we need paint, or the carpet's wore out. I believe we're all smart enough to figure that stuff out. So just cut the fluff, get to the facts, and tell us whether or not you see anything really wrong. And if we need to bring somebody else in, we'll bring somebody else in the environmentals and all the other stuff like that. The home inspector can't, but we can as a prospective buyer and representative, and you'll have a narrow window to get all that done. But some people are feeling like they might get hung up with somebody in that regard. I would suggest, if you're nervous about swinging all the cash to get all your down payment, closing costs, and all that kind of stuff, you can buy a home warranty at any time. You can buy at any time of year, kind of like that we're trying to reach you for your transmission. You can buy a home warranty at any point in time, and they'll cover some of those big appliances if you're worried about them going out right after you get moved and you're trying to get everything settled. So there's ways that we can work around it without necessarily having to do it. But it's a tight market. There's just not that much to buy. Now, and speaking about buying something, we got to hit this commercial right here. Hello, I'm Dale Delbridge of Benchmark Realty, Murfreesboro, Tennessee. If you are currently unrepresented and would like to know how to compare up to 3 properties side by side and room by room, then go over to my new YouTube channel, Call Dale to Sell. That's 1 L in Dale, no spaces. Watch the demo on Real Scout, and then call me and we'll set up your exclusive ad-free account today. Now that we got through that painful bit, and Trek can't nab me for doing advertising without giving all my particulars, not that it's not running around the bottom at the bottom too. I like to be secure. I like to be right in what I do and have a little belt and braces there. Now, I recently was reworking my whole home reverse osmosis system, which is 16 years old. It's getting a little bit leaky, so I decided to rework that. And in the process of reworking that, found out my upstairs water heater is leaking. Now, that's 16 years on a water heater. That's pretty old for a water heater, but if it's not leaking, it's not leaking. If it's working, it's working. And that's what we're doing with kind of the home inspection. We're looking for pass, fail. Does it work? Yes, no. You know, we're adults. We can figure out if something's been there for a while. It's going to kind of wear out, and we're going to have to replace it sooner than if we bought a brand new one, which I just recently did. Bought a brand new water heater, put up there. A little different, new standards. This one is 10 gallons less, about a foot taller, and only 2 inches narrower in the diameter. And that's because the insulation in it. These things are made a lot more efficient. They're bigger. We get that, so we got that putting in there. But a little birdie down there hollering. Well, actually, I just listened to somebody else's hollering to one of the contractors. Water heaters, they say, are going up 33%. Now, we know lumber's taking a big jump, and I imagine all the finishes and carpeting, all that's going up as well. We got fuel costs driving it up. They told me, they told one of the other guys, came up in conversation, kind of generalized at the counter, said even like a 2-inch butterfly valve, if you happen to know what that is, it's not something that maybe you or I might not need, but a butterfly valve is going up 25%. So we're getting ready to see some high inflation. So you need to be ready, is what I'm telling you. I'm not want to rush you. I'm not one of those people that needs that check so bad that I'm going to push you into something fast. But the best way to do this is have some information, and hopefully these little weekly shows have some value to you. Appreciate you watching. Call Dale to Sell. You know how to find me. Have a great weekend.